I'm Bob Waugh. Tori Amos has joined us. Tori.
Hello, Bob.
Oh, welcome back. And, thanks for coming in. I mean,
I look awful, don't I?
you don't have headphones on, but your keyboard is on.
Is it? Was I leaning on it?
Yeah. Can you lean on
I'm
that
sorry.
again? I know you don't have to sing, but
It's not acoustic.
just to prove to everybody that there
I'm
is
sorry,
an
everybody.
actual keyboard here.
I just lean on I didn't know it was on. Maybe I should have a baby on a keyboard. I'm the most comfortable when I'm like leaning on a keyboard. Okay.
So was it the soft shell crabs we shared yesterday at the Occidental Grill that made you sick, Tori?
The accidental grill is nervous right now. I only have one meal a day, right? I can only sing on one meal. So I eat at noon, and then I don't eat again, because when I was in England, I tried to eat at like 5 o'clock, and the curry was around my nostril area when I was trying to hit those high notes during a Liverpool show. So I just decided this isn't a very smart thing to do. So I changed the whole diet around February, and it's been working out that I stop eating at 2 o'clock. I can't believe I'm talking about my eating habits. Anyway, I had this little melon last night, and I think that it's coming to take over my body, and I'm going to become a melon person invading.
We really thank you for coming in this morning. I know you canceled a couple of interviews later on this afternoon, but you managed to show up at HFS, and I appreciate you coming in. So what if we didn't pay for that keyboard anyway, right? It was Atlantic Records who had to rent that baby.
Well, it's just, it'd be hard to hit a note right now.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. But you were great last night. And, yesterday over lunch we were talking about, should we bring up Mobile, Alabama?
Yeah, we can bring it up.
Because it was nice for you to be in friendly surroundings last night.
Yes, it was very nice. I mean, Mobile was just a situation where they weren't used to what I do coming into the venue that I came into, which was the lumber yard. And people were just having a hard time not breaking glasses and, making all sorts of noise. And they said it was the quietest that club's ever been. So I think that we made a lot of progress together. But you see, my tour manager told somebody to just shut up. That's what we'll say. And he didn't realize that he said, "Who do you think you're talking to, boy? Stand outside." It's the chief of police of Mobile.
There you go. The chief of police of Mobile, Alabama, at the Tori Amos show at the lumber yard.
Yeah. And he showed everybody his bullet wounds, and that he was going to close the show down unless we showed him respect. So naturally, we showed him a bit of respect. But it's just kind of nice sometimes to go into your stomping ground and feel that kind of support.
I think people who have never experienced what one of your shows is like, they really are shocked into submission, it seems, at times. It's like your record company, Atlantic Records, sent out a little mailer not too long ago, and they enclosed... Did you see it?
No, I don't know what they're doing.
They sent out a pin.
Oh, right.
And with a piece of paper, and it said, "Hear this drop at a Tori Amos concert." And really, that's what the experience is like. I mean, the silence is deafening at times.
Well, if you're going to be an acoustic piano player, there are a couple ways to do it. One is everybody talks and ignores you, or you rip their heads off just by the intensity of it. And there's really no middle ground on that.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, because you tend to want you personally rip people's heads off when they are not as attentive as they should be. And I think that's one of the things that's really compelling about you. And in fact, I was out in front of Lisner last night, and a kid walked in who was wearing a Rollins T-shirt.
Oh, wonderful. Rollins is fabulous.
And I thought to myself, this is really cool, and this is what Tori's all about. I mean, there is a definite hard-edged kind of rock and roll mentality to your performances.
Well,
and your work.
the only difference is I'd love to go see Rollins for a therapy session. I could really use it because he is so bold to the point of abusive that you feel really good about hearing that from him. And yet my approach is a bit different, but it's the same kind of giving no quarter feeling where, like in Silent all these years, I don't find it lightweight just because there's a beautiful melody. That's what I think is kind of fun. It's like cotton candy, and then you have a bit of eel with that. I like that crocodile thing with a honeysuckle. I like my leg getting bitten off when I'm smelling the most wonderful smell in the world. That's how I'd like to go if I'm going to go in a brutal way. Please have beauty there somewhere, just a little, at least a little chocolate or something.
Tori Amos is with us. And Tori, you were also, as I found out yesterday over lunch, a fan of Trent Reznor. And I asked you about the reference in this song. And you said, yes, indeed.
Definitely paying him a bit of homage here.
Listen for the Nine Inch Nails reference. I love the ending to that. Precious Things from Little Earthquakes. Tori Amos, who was live in the studio and was most wonderful last night. Tori, thank you again for coming in. I know you're feeling under the weather. And,
yeah, but I don't want to depress everybody. Happy. It's Monday,
Happy, joy. So, you were out at the MTV Awards, and you were nominated in 4 categories, and really you had some tough competition out there. Were you disappointed that you didn't walk away with an MTV Award?
Honestly, I really didn't think I was going to, so I didn't set myself up.
Nirvana was also there. Did you have a chance to meet Kurt Cobain, and have you spoken with them since the cover of
the Chili
Teen Spirit?
Peppers actually came up to have a little chat. Anthony decided to have a chat, which was very enlightening.
What did you talk about with Anthony Kiedis? You can't go in. You're shaking your head. Okay.
We just talked about his tattoos, actually. He told me he has Chief Joseph on one arm and Sitting Bull on the other. And at that point, I introduced him to my mother, who was standing right next to me.
That was the segue there. You go from tattoos to here's Mom?
No, Anthony's just lovely. It's just, Anthony's Anthony. What are you going to do? I mean, no matter what, I am a repressed Christian girl, and I'm standing here talking to Anthony.
And did Dad have a chance to meet the Chili Peppers?
Dad met Anthony and Flea. But Dad actually we were staying in the same hotel as Pearl Jam, and he was going around as he says, yeah, I talked to Pearl today, and they're really nice boys.
To Pearl.
So he was very happy that they did so well. He thought they were great, and they were wonderful. So I was really happy to see them. They were inspirational.
You know what I thought we'd do? We're going to break here for traffic, but 1-800-321-WHFS is the number, and I thought we'd take a couple of calls. What do you think? You want to talk to
Yeah.
I know you're a veteran of this now, Tori, having done that in Los Angeles.
Oh, God.
So, we'll talk about that in a sec. Let's check in with Jerry and Sandra and some road. What's going on, guys?
May I ask Tori a very quick question?
You would like to ask Tori a question?
I would.
Okay, but only one, Jerry.
Tori?
Yes, Jerry.
Did you know that Bob is madly in love with you?
Oh, get over.
It's true.
Jerry,
it's
come
true.
on.
Sandra,
Come on,
what
you're
I
making these drops on the radio
drooling
now.
all over
In
you, Tori.
another life, I stole Bob. I was a Viking, and he was a beautiful maiden on the Irish coast, and I enslaved him, but we became
Wait a minute.
friends.
I was a maiden on the Irish coast?
Yeah, but you were a lovely maiden, Bob.
Yeah, Bob, you
Thank
still
you.
are. Love your hair. Thank you for answering my question, Tori.
Crucify, which was the #1 single in Israel, and in your words yesterday. How appropriate.
How appropriate.
So, Tori, you know what I thought we'd do is we'd take a couple of phone calls, and we've got Beth in Germantown on the line. Good morning, Beth.
Good morning.
Hi there. You're on with Tori Amos on HFS.
Well, good morning to everybody there.
Hey, Beth.
Hi. I saw the show last night. It was really wonderful. I'm sorry to hear that you are sick this morning.
Thank you, Beth.
Actually, I did get to meet you last night. I have a twin sister. I don't know.
Oh, right. I remember you. You guys sing. You're both singers. You do a cappella singing
Yes,
together.
we do a cappella stuff. Yeah. Yes.
You want to do some? I was supposed to sing.
You want to fill in for Tori this morning, Beth?
Gosh, I'd love to fill in for Tori this morning.
You have a question?
Yes, I do. I wanted to know if you're working on a new album, and if so, when it is coming out, and what we can expect from it.
I haven't started working on it yet, just because I barely have time to get from one place to another right now. But I have some things that are... It's so funny. I was on this plane the other day, and have you heard of a man called E? He was opening the show, and they might jump back on the tour, but this guy, Parthenon Huxley, who's in the band. Do you know Parthenon, Bob? He said to me on the plane, he goes, so what are you writing about? And I started whinging about all this stuff. Like I had nothing to say, and I felt so stupid because you try and think of something clever to say, and it just is embarrassing. It's so bad. And he said, well, you need to write about what's really happening, not what you think you need to write about. So I think I'm changing my whole plans, and I'm going to obviously work with the piano.
Right.
But I'm going to do something with the piano a bit different. I don't think I'm going to have guitars on the next record. I'm going to have pianos do what all electric guitars would do. Not that I don't love guitar players. It's just I want to experiment with seeing what an acoustic piano can do if it's affected in the right way.
Yeah, I just am curious. Are you influenced by any certain people?
Jimmy Page.
There you go, Beth. Thanks for calling.
Thank you very much.
Bye, Beth.
Bye-bye.
It's 8:31, Modern Rock Morning Show at 99.1 HFS with Tori Amos, and I'm looking at your tour itinerary here.
Are you?
And
Don't show it
goes
to me.
Yeah, I mean, Tori, this is, I hate to tell you this looks to be like only the third date out of about 30. You're going to Richmond tonight, then Fredericksburg, Charlottesville, Norfolk, Raleigh, Charleston, Knoxville, Athens, Baton Rouge, Houston.
And then I get a day off, I think.
And then you get a day off, and then it just continues on and on. You've got 3 dates in New York, or 2, and I'm here they're working on a 3rd.
Yeah, I hear.
And you also had 3 smashing nights in Los Angeles.
Yeah, pretty neato.
Did you meet any stars?
Yes, I did. And do you want to know my fave?
Yeah.
Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah.
What a wonderful human being.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he came
and
back.
fine actor as well.
Fine actor, but just, there was something about him that, I don't know, he came backstage and I just felt like, oh, is that the phone?
Yeah, it's gone.
I just felt like sitting down and I wanted to have a really yummy pastry with him and talk, and there are just certain people you meet that you feel that, you would love to just spend time with because they have such vision, and he really is like that.
Well, perhaps a Tori Amos composition on the next Harry Dean
Harry Dean
movie.
Well, maybe Harry will come and sing a bit on it. He's doing a bit of singing, I hear.
Yeah,
right
he's had a couple of albums out actually.
So he was probably he's made the most impression on me.
We're going to take a quick break and pay some bills, but we'll come back and take some more calls and play some more music from Tori Amos right after this at 99.1 HFS. 99.1 HFS. Tori Amos is live with us in the studio. Brought to you by Quaker State. The big Q is One Tough Motor Oil. That's just a way of kind of blowing off the environmental update today, Tori, because I want to let you go and go home and back to the hotel and get some rest. And again, thank you for coming in, despite the fact that you were feeling a bit under the weather this morning. It's 8:37, and we could actually, since we have the keyboard here, can you just touch a note or
I'll
two
do
to prove to
something.
people that?
Yeah. Okay. Should it be lower register? Or high?
What key is leather in?
This is my head.
Oh no, Tori. want to guilt you into doing anything because, we can
James
actually...
keeps looking at you.
I know. You're going to get me in trouble. They told me that you would come this morning only with the understanding that you absolutely cannot perform.
And they
so
said you'd probably talk me into it, and then if they did, that they were going to blow you up, and they were going to get me in big trouble if I did so.
So you know what? I think we should just fake it because what I have here is from the last time you were on the show back in April.
Yeah, use
Remember
goods, use goods, everybody, but tough.
Well, this is how it sounded when Tori was here last time around at 99.1 HFS.
Look, I'm standing naked before you. Don't you want more than my sex? I can scream as loud as your last one, but I can't claim innocence. Oh God, could it be the weather? Oh God, why am I here if love isn't forever and it's not the weather? Hand me my leather. I could just pretend that you love me. The night would lose all sense of fear. But why do I need you to love me when you can't hold what I hold dear? Oh God, could it be the weather? Oh God, why am I here if love isn't forever and it's not the weather? Hand me my leather. 这个 innocence. He said you're alone here, so if you jump, you best jump far. Oh, God, could it be the weather? Oh, God, why am I here if love isn't forever and it's not the weather? Oh, God, could it be the weather? Oh, God, it's so very clear if love isn't forever and it's not the weather. Hand me my leather. Yada-da-da-da-da, yada-da-da-da-da, yada.
99.1 HFS Leather, recorded live in this very studio back in April when Tori was here last.
Yeah, when Tori was much younger.
And feeling much better. It's 8:42. I'm Bob Waugh. Tori, since we saw you in April when you played the Birchmere, you've been traveling around the world. You played Israel. You
Yeah, which was fantastic.
went to Korea.
Yeah, Asia. We did Korea. We did Taipei, and I had previously been to Hong Kong and the Philippines. Actually, I got that wrong. We'd been to Singapore and Hong Kong, and I love it in Asia. I'm really drawn to going there. And when I heard that the American tour was going to last 4 months, I said, okay, you got to give me a boon. I commit to 4 months, which is 5 days, day off, 5 days or 4 days. It's really, I wanted to do it, but I had to have a bit of a treat before I came, just a break, because I'd done Australia a little, which was grueling, in Europe. And I said, I want to go to Israel, and I want to go to Iceland. And
Iceland made quite an impression on you, didn't it?
I haven't been the same since I was there. If anybody can go there, if you get a chance, trust me on this. Iceland is pretty life-changing because there's something to that place that is so ancient. We went on top of a glacier, and we went snowmobiling on top of a glacier just a few weeks ago, and you feel so small that it's the most wonderful feeling in the world, because you feel like you're in a womb. You feel so protected. It's the strangest thing. If you have I said this also about the Rio Grande Gorge. If you have a big ego, it just goes out the window. You don't feel arrogant anymore. How can you feel arrogant when you're standing on top of this glacier? Or if you feel totally lost and alone, you're so alone that you feel complete up there. And it was just
Pretty humbling experience. It sounds.
humbling and joyous.
And the musical highlight in Iceland was not only, I guess, meeting Björk from the Sugar Cubes for you, but
Yes, which is, I'm a big fan of her, so that was wonderful.
but beyond that, Bubby.
Bubby, he's the Elvis of Iceland, really. And Bubby,
I've not heard of Bubby.
well, people, he sings everything in Icelandic. I mean, everything is in the original Norse. So the Icelandic people speak the original Norse language like the true Vikings, because they haven't been invaded per se, not like the other countries, Norway and Sweden. So they've kept the original Norse. Anyway, to make a long story short, I met Bubby, and he sings about social things in Iceland. So he's truly like more or less the Bruce Springsteen of Iceland. And he was a fisherman. He would work with the fishermen out in the seas, and for his first concert, because he uses knives and his hands would be all cut up, his hands were so swollen that he couldn't play the guitar. And I mean, that's the kind of quote-unquote pop star that he is. He's from the people. So he was just an inspiration.
Well, we go from Bubby in Iceland to Sandra in Arlington, who has been on the phone holding patiently. Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Tori.
Hey, Sandra.
Hi. I met you last night with my friend Helen from Liverpool.
Wait a minute. Everybody met you last night, Tori.
Oh, I remember Sandra and Helen. Helen was from Liverpool, and John, my tour manager, was so charmed by Helen that he made
She's
sure she
listening
got
right now.
Hi, Helen. John was so charmed because he's from Liverpool, and he missed a bit of home. So, how are you, ladies?
We're fine. We're just getting over the show. It was great. I have a question for you about the song China.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think all your songs are really well written, but I was wondering where you get your inspiration for songs like that.
Unfortunately, personal experience sometimes.
Is it mostly that? Or?
Yeah, it's mostly that. I think I'm so self-involved that it's, even with social issues, I apply them back to personal emotions. I mean, if somebody asked me my opinion on the election, all I could go into is, well, why is this guy so afraid of his own sexual feelings? I mean, that's how I look at things. I don't look at them with the layers on. I kind of peel the onion down to basic emotions of stuff.
Do you find it easy to write songs, or is it a long, kind of drawn-out process?
Well, each one is very different, I think it's like giving birth. Some are easy births, and then some of them, you go on for hours and hours and hours and hours, and you'll just do anything to get this thing out of you. So sometimes I walk around with a song for months and months and months, and China actually was a 20-minute experience, just because I think the real factors around it made me just write it immediately.
Hey, Sandra, thanks for the call, and we're going to run here because I want to fit China in before we have to do traffic, so thanks for calling. And Tori Amos is with us. Tori, stick around just for a little while longer, okay? 99.1 HFS, Tori Amos in China from Little Earthquakes. Great show at Listener last night, and Tori is still with us in the studio. That's the usual mayhem in the air studio on the Modern Rock Morning Show. I'm Bob West. You don't mind if we blow off the alternative look? Because,
No, go. Go with Tori.
Tori's here, and she was good enough to come in. And, I want to get to a couple of more calls because we've got Guy from Foggy Bottom standing by. And hello, Guy.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? You're on with Tori Amos.
How you doing, Tori?
Hey, guys.
Yeah, I met you last night with my friend Matt.
Wait a minute. Come on. Who didn't meet you last night, Tori?
Yeah, I just wanted to really thank you for what you actually lined us up and let us into your little room there. It was really great.
You're welcome, Guy.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
glad
really
you
cool
didn't.
that you're giving something back to your fans, and I
But-
just want to thank you for
I
playing
gotta,
great
Guy, I
concert last
gotta
night.
ask you something. Did you eat the melon?
Did I eat the what?
The melon. I had melon in that room. Did you eat any of it?
No, I didn't get a chance to. We were just,
Good,
Well, then,
very
Guy,
wise.
can you
we were
come in
just
and
so
play keyboards?
starstruck staring at you. We just didn't get a chance to eat the melon. No.
Hey, Guy, listen, I'm going to run here because I want to find somebody who didn't meet Tori last night. So let's see. Dave, do we have another caller?
Tori, is eating the melon a bad thing?
The melon I ate was not the one to eat.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
That's what I think.
Hi, HFS, you're on with Tori Amos.
Hi, Tori.
Hello.
First of all, I did not meet you last
All
night.
right. And your name, sir?
My name is Ted.
Did we ever play Spin the Bottle? Just kidding, Ted.
I wish. I would like to know if you're going to put out maybe a tour video on this tour you're doing.
Interesting. Yes. A long form's coming out in October
Oh, great.
with 4 videos that I did. I did them in the UK. 2 have been released here. And I think 7 live performances. A couple of them are from Holland. I did some from the European tour and some from the New York Bottom Line show. And some interviews and stuff like that. But it'll be ready in October.
Okay, Ted. Hey, thanks for the call. And this would be Sherman, I believe. Hello?
Yes, hi, how you doing? Tori.
Sherman. Where are you calling from?
Baltimore.
Hello, Sherman.
Hi, we were sitting in the front row directly in front of you last night, and I want you to know we had to drive all the way back to Baltimore in shock. We had to sit inside our car for about a half an hour trying to catch our breath before we drove home. It was an incredible concert. I just
Well, I'm
wanted to
so
tell you
glad
that.
you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, all right. Another satisfied customer, Tori.
Isn't that nice?
You
I'm really glad people enjoy the show because, it matters to me. I do care. I say that. I kind of lie and say what matters is if it feels right coming off the stage because you can't control if people like it or not. But it really is satisfied knowing that you shared something with your audience because, you don't have a drummer up there to go commiserate with. You either turn to your audience or there's nobody else there.
Oh, you know what? We've got somebody on the phone who ate the melon. Are you ready for
Oh,
this?
no.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah, your name, sir?
John.
John, and you ate the melon last night.
I was backstage right at the very end, Tori, when you came out, and we had pictures from last time you were here, and I ate the melon waiting for you.
How do you feel?
I feel great, but,
Did you eat the yellow melon?
yes, I did.
Oh, wow.
So it might be
Well,
another source.
You'll be puking later, so.
Or it could be I was just so up from the concert.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that.
All right, thanks for the call. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so Tori, I want to let you get out of here and go home and rest. I know you've got another gig and a grueling
another
schedule.
gig. Thank you, Bob. Well, everybody, if you travel, we're going to be around. We'll be in Baltimore, I think, in a little while.
Is that
We'll let
right?
HFS will know. It hasn't been posted yet, but we're going to go through Baltimore, and I think it's some of the last dates.
Good. Well, I know
of
the tour goes. I only have until October 20th here, but you told me yesterday December 2nd.
December 2nd. I go to New Zealand and Australia for the last 2 weeks, and then
Can I come?
it's gorgeous. It's fantastic down there, and it will be summer. So if anybody has nothing to do, come visit me.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye, Tori, and thanks for coming. And hey, the first time we got this record in the mail here at HFS, this album called Little Earthquakes, it was this song that kind of started it all. Let's say goodbye Let's blow off the show clothes, Wes.
Yeah, blow it off. Let's go with Tori.
And play Silent All These Years.